Hello students, acolytes and apprentices of the Force. I welcome you back to another Star Wars holocron. Today we will unravel the myth of the first Dark Jedi, who would later become the first Dark Lord of the Sith Empire, a legend of power and suffering. In a galaxy far, far away, long before the Jedi Order had established its dominance and the Sith were but a distant, dark legend, there lived a Jedi Knight by the name of Ajunta Pall. Born in the peaceful world of Chandrila, Ajunta was gifted with a natural affinity for the Force. As a young Jedi, he was known for his unwavering commitment to the Jedi Code and his dedication to preserving peace and harmony across the galaxy. Ajunta Pall's journey in the Jedi Order was filled with promise and potential. He displayed remarkable skill in lightsaber combat and a deep understanding of the Force. His peers and mentors believed he was destined for greatness, with many even speculating that he might one day become a Jedi Master. However, as the galaxy evolved, so did the challenges faced by the Jedi. The Jedi Order was not without its flaws and internal conflicts, and it was during a time of great upheaval that Ajunta Pall's path took a fateful turn. A growing discontent within the Order, fueled by disagreements on the interpretation of the Jedi Code and the role of emotions, began to weigh heavily on Ajunta's mind. Doubt crept into Ajunta's heart, and he found himself questioning the very foundations of the Jedi teachings. He began to explore forbidden knowledge, delving into ancient texts and seeking answers beyond the confines of the Jedi Temple. It was during these clandestine studies that he stumbled upon the dark and forbidden secrets of the Force, secrets that would forever change the course of his destiny. As Ajunta Pall delved deeper into the dark side of the Force, his once unwavering loyalty to the Jedi Order began to waver. The seductive allure of power, knowledge, and the promise of unbridled potential drew him further into the depths of darkness. He became conflicted, torn between the teachings of the Jedi and the dark temptations that whispered in his ear. One fateful day, consumed by his inner turmoil, Ajunta Pall made a choice that would forever alter his fate. He renounced his allegiance to the Jedi Order, forsaking their teachings and embracing the dark side. He had become a Dark Jedi, a renegade Force user who sought power and dominance rather than peace and balance. But little did Ajunta Pall know that his decision would lead him down a treacherous path, one that would eventually see him rise as the first Dark Lord of the Sith, shaping the destiny of an entire empire and leaving a legacy that would echo throughout the ages. Ajunta Pall, now a Dark Jedi, embarked on a journey into the unknown regions of the galaxy, far from the prying eyes of the Jedi Order. He was not alone. With him were other like-minded exiles, Jedi who had also succumbed to the allure of the dark side. Together, they became a formidable force, wielding their newfound powers to carve a path of destruction and conquest. Their journey brought them to the remote world of Korriban, a planet shrouded in darkness and steeped in the ancient Sith traditions. On Korriban, they encountered the Sith, a species of red-skinned, Force-sensitive beings who had long ago embraced the dark side as a way of life. The Sith, initially wary of these outsiders, were soon awed by Ajunta Pall's immense power, mistaking him for a god. Ajunta Pall, displaying his mastery of the dark side, subjugated the Sith and established himself as their ruler, the Dark Lord of the Sith. Under his leadership, the exiled Jedi and the Sith formed an unholy alliance, laying the foundation for what would become the first Sith Empire. The Sith Empire, led by Ajunta Pall, grew rapidly in power and influence. The Sith and the Dark Jedi blended their knowledge of the Force, creating new and deadly techniques, including alchemical practices that allowed them to manipulate and corrupt life itself. They bred monstrous creatures, further solidifying their mastery over the dark side. Ajunta Pall's leadership was marked by his ruthlessness and ambition. He built the Sith Citadel on Ziost, a massive fortress city that served as the heart of their empire. From Ziost, he ruled with an iron fist, while his trusted confidant, Sorzus Sin, served as his shadow hand, aiding in the governance of the Sith Empire. But Ajunta Pall's thirst for power was insatiable, and he constantly sought to expand the Sith Empire's dominion. Under his guidance, the Sith Lords explored the mysteries of Korriban, uncovering hidden tombs and secrets that further bolstered their power. Ajunta Pall, known for his combat prowess, wielded a double-bladed sword of black steel, an alchemical masterpiece that struck fear into the hearts of his enemies. Shadows seemed to dance along its edge, and it was a weapon of immense dark power. For decades, Ajunta Pall's reign as Dark Lord continued, but within the Sith ranks, jealousy and treachery festered. The Sith Lords began to vie for power, and the fragile unity that held the Empire together started to crumble. Little did Ajunta Pall know that his ultimate downfall would come not from the Jedi or the Republic, but from within his own empire, as his fellow Sith Lords plotted against him. The Sith Empire was on the brink of internal conflict, and Ajunta Pall's grip on power was slipping away. The fortress on Korriban, where Ajunta Pall and his rivals had built their empire, became the stage for their final confrontation. In a catastrophic battle, the Sith Lords turned on each other, and the once mighty Sith citadel crumbled under the weight of their internal strife. Ajunta Pall, his powers unmatched, faced a relentless onslaught of betrayal from those he had called allies. The dark side that had once fueled their power now consumed them, and in the end they destroyed one another. The Sith Empire lay in ruins, and the legacy of its first Dark Lord, Ajunta Pall, seemed to have been extinguished. But the story of Ajunta Pall did not end with his demise on Korriban. His spirit, bound to his alchemically enhanced sword, remained trapped in the world of the living. For millennia he lingered in the shadows, a tormented soul. As the Sith continued to rise and fall over the centuries, the legend of Ajunta Pall endured. Tales of his power and cruelty persisted, and his sword became a sacred relic among the Sith purebloods. It was said that the blade was so terrifying that it could silence the light itself. It was during a time when the Sith had evolved and grown beyond recognition that a figure named Revan arrived on Korriban. Revan, a powerful Jedi Knight who had fallen to the dark side, sought the legendary sword of Ajunta Pall. His encounter with the spectre of Ajunta Pall marked a pivotal moment in the story of the first Dark Lord. Ajunta Pall's spirit, burdened by centuries of darkness and regret, found an unexpected ally in Revan. The fallen Jedi suggested to Pall the possibility of redemption, a path that had seemed inconceivable for so long. The spectre of Ajunta Pall, yearning to free himself from his torment, heeded Revan's counsel. With a heavy heart and a newfound glimmer of hope, Ajunta Pall renounced the dark side and surrendered himself to the will of the Force. The weight of his sins lifted, and he found peace in the embrace of the light. His redemption was a testament to the enduring power of the Force and the capacity for change, even for those who had once fallen so far into darkness. As Ajunta Pall merged with the Force, his legacy took on a new dimension. The first Dark Lord of the Sith, once a symbol of ruthless power, has now become a symbol of redemption and transformation. His story served as a cautionary tale for those who would be tempted by the dark side, a reminder that even the most hardened hearts could find their way back to the light. And so, the legend of Ajunta Pall, the first Dark Lord of the Sith, continued to echo through the annals of galactic history, a story of tragedy, redemption, and the enduring struggle between the light and the dark. But what do you think of Ajunta Pall and his legacy? Do you believe he was the first Dark Jedi and Sith Lord? Star Wars merchandise is in the description below. As always, my friends, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.